and I got in touch with the guys at Wessex that I sort of knew before, because after my accident we renovated our family home and used one of the Wessex lifts at the time, so obviously knew the company and we'd worked with them before, so it seemed like a good option to go back and chat to them, see what we could do to obviously hopefully put a lift in this house. So I'm not even sure at the time if we'd figured out it would be this house, or just that it was going to be an option that we'd be using a lift, and wanted to figure out what the best options were. So yeah, just chatted, and they came over and helped with the design of it, where it was going to be, gave us some ideas, because obviously you're working with a house that already exists, so the lift's in there, and it looks fab. It's tucked away in its own little corner, and it just works great for us. It's really functional. They took care of and took that pressure off my shoulders, really, or took that responsibility away from me. The lift, yeah, in the first house was one of these like open ones, so not an enclosed space, so it looked a bit more old-fashioned, I would say. They've come a long way. It's probably been 9 years or something now, maybe even longer. Yeah, 9 years since the one was installed at home. So yeah, the development, I think they're always developing anyway, and this one looks a lot more modern, which feels more suited for me. You know, I want something that looks aesthetically pleasing, and yeah, this one does, you know. It fits more with my lifestyle now, I suppose, with the house looking nice. Yeah. I want the lift to look nice as well. Having a Wessex lift has allowed me to live in a house, you know. Beforehand I've lived in bungalows before, which have been great. I think it just gives you a sense of normality living in a home, especially at a young age. You know, I'm 27. The normal, I hate the word normal, so that hence why it's in inverted commas, thing to do is have a house, probably. So I think subconsciously it allows you to live that life without restriction, really. It gives you more options of where you can buy, and you know, it helps with, you know, moving around the house. Obviously I'm a wheelchair user full time, so I can't walk up and down the stairs. Josh, my boyfriend, is more able than me, but still uses a chair sometimes around the house. If he's had a tough training day or whatever, is tired, he'll often just get in the lift as well, so it really helps him too. And it's just, yeah, it just adds freedom. I felt Wessex have got great customer service. You know, they're very friendly, approachable, they helped me a lot, they helped us both, you know, plan everything that we wanted. So they were great at sort of making that happen, making sure that, you know, timings were all right, and getting the work done really quickly. So I was really happy with how accommodating they were to our needs, and just, yeah, super friendly bunch of people, and yeah, it was lovely to have them around the house for a bit whilst they were working on the lift too. Yeah, so the builders were great as well. They were really helpful and went above and beyond what we needed. Yeah, so it's great as well that they'll look after the lift for as long as I have it. You know, they'll service it every year if that's something that you want, and any sort of maintenance or issues that I would have with it, that, you know, they're on hand to be there whenever. And you know what, like, there will be no issues at all, because it's such a great piece of equipment. And actually one of the great things about it is no matter what happens in the house, if you have a power cut, you know, your electricity goes down, the lift always has power to it, so it has enough power to get you down. If you're mid-lift or you're upstairs, it will always have enough power to get you down. We had a few other people come round, but just weren't the right fit, I don't think, for what we were looking for. And you know, in the sense of Wessex really understands that, you know, they use lifts for all types of people, whether you can still walk or whether you're a wheelchair user. There's all different types and a different range that you can get, whereas I think some companies are very focused on, it's not about the wheelchair users specifically, it's just about getting upstairs, whereas Wessex obviously make everything completely accessible. So I just think that was just what stood out to me and what was a good fit for us was, you know, that really putting you at the centre of the lift design and, you know, putting it into your house. So yeah, that was what stood out. From my experience of using it and having it as part of my everyday, the benefits outweigh any sort of cost that there is there, and you know, we'll have this for the rest of my life really if we choose to live here forever.